Good evening. This is the Wise Owl 2 coming at you from the city where I live. Today I would like to talk about storage. There's emergency storage and there's home storage. I am not a doomsday prepper. I don't have a storage for doomsday. I am a situation person who store for situations that may arise. For example, there are many seasons. There's the spring, summer, fall, and winter season. And there are many emergencies that may arise from there. For example, there may be storms, summer storms, heat waves in the summertime. There may be a snowstorm in the wintertime. There may be rainstorms in the spring and fall. That may cause flooding and may cause roof to leak. There's many situations you can find yourself in. There are other situations you may find yourself in. For example, unemployment. You may be laid off from work and don't have enough money for eating food, or you may not have money for buying clothes or for cleaning your house, to buy a cleanser or mops or brooms to clean your house or whatever. There's many situations where you find yourself. Maybe you're sick, don't have any medicine. Maybe you suffer from allergies and don't have any allergy medicine, over the counter or prescription medicine. Maybe you find yourself. It could be any situation where there's an emergency situation. I'm not a doomsday prepper, but I am a situation person that stores away food. I believe in home storage. There's food storage. There's medical and first aid storage. There's home storage of brooms and mops and cleansers and stuff like that, and towels and soap and toothbrushes and toothpaste, baking soda and stuff like that. There's many kind of storages. But let me tell you something. I believe in situation storage. For example, there's 12 months in a year. And what I do is that in that 12 months, I make a list of all the things that happen, all the situations I may find myself. For example, I may find myself in a situation where I may be laid off from a job and have no food. So 1 month do I have problems with jobs. And 1 month do I have a problem where I may need storage. And one month of the year do I find myself that me and my family may find ourselves needing certain things. Well, it depends. Depends on what situation you find yourself. So I get a pencil and paper and I write down what time in the month do I find a situation. Well, August is a bad month. The month of August. It's very hot. And maybe the money doesn't come in too much during that time. Maybe money is slowed down coming in. So what do? I start buying before August. I start buying food storage. I start to buy cleansers to clean the house because they're very expensive for the month of August. So before the month of August, I start to buy things to prepare myself because I know August is going to be hard. What about winter when it snows? If the snow is so bad, what happens? Well, for one thing, you need food. You need coats and sweaters and scarves and hats and stuff like that. So before the winter, before the fall, I make sure I have enough clothes to wear. So I go shopping in the spring, in the summer for winter clothes because it's cheaper, the clothes. Maybe you want to put your clothes in layaway. You have time in the springtime for the winter. Let me see what else. What about salt? Do you have enough money in the winter for salt? To shovel the pavement and to put salt on the pavement? Do you have enough salt? So when you buy the salt, I'm not gonna buy the salt during the winter or in the fall. I'm gonna start buying salt if I can find it cheap, maybe in the flea market or maybe in a hardware store. I want to buy salt cheap and store it away. What about wood? I have a wood stove. Maybe I have to have my stove cleaned before the winter and fall. I'm gonna have to have my wood supply before the winter and fall. Yes, I have a wood stove. Let me see if I can show it to you. If you can see it, right here. Can you see it? That's my wood stove. I don't know if you can see it. So I need to get everything ready before the fall and winter. I need to buy batteries because I have lanterns. That requires batteries. Brooklyn lanterns. I have clocks that run on batteries in case there's a power outage. So before any emergency arrives, I need to buy batteries. I need to buy mops. If the roof leaks, I need to buy mops. Lots of mops because maybe more people, not just myself, it's going to help me to mop the floor when the roof leaks, or when things are bad. I need to buy plates, paper plates, stuff like that. Because where if there's water is no longer available, and you can't wash your dishes by hand or by dishwashing machine, a dishwasher, or by hand. So what are you going to do if you have no water? The water's cut off. What if you don't pay your water bill? Or you thought you did, or you pay your water bill late, or not enough money? What if the water gets cut off? Huh? You have to wash dishes, right? What about you have to wash your teeth? Brush your teeth with water. What if your smoke detector? What if there's a fire and you haven't checked your smoke detectors for the batteries? I mean, have you put new batteries in your smoke detector? You have to buy batteries, so you need to storage your batteries. What if I'm going to be honest with you. It's always good to find out throughout the whole year, the 12th month of the year, what problems do you have most? What problems do you always repeat itself that you have the most? What problems do you find yourself in that you know you're going to find yourself in? What situation? Heat in the winter. What if your heat is turned off? Maybe you don't pay the bill. Maybe because something happens that you can have heat. So what are you going to do? You got to find ways to heat yourself up. So they have propane, they have all kind of electrical heat. But if electricity is cut off and your heat is cut off, what are you going to do? You got to find ways for storing things away that you need for heating. What about your stove? We have an electric stove. What if the electricity gets cut off? How are we going to cook? We can cook by propane heat. or maybe buy a grill. Maybe I remember in the summertime how we have the outside grill, and we grill burgers and hot dogs. We could use those same kind of grill um, outside in the backyard during the winter. Yes, we can. Take your grill and take it outside the backyard if you have no electricity to cook in your stove, electric stove, or if your gas is turned off in your gas stove, it doesn't work. You could buy a small propane gas heater, a stove. Cook outside. Cook on top of your stove with a small little propane stove. You have to store away some propane cans, small ones, about this size. About this size. Propane gas stove. I had to buy some stoves, small ones, miniature ones. Toothpaste and toothbrushes. You should store them away. What else you should store away? Baking soda, peroxide, hydrogen peroxide. You need to store that away in case you get an infection. In case you you always need baking soda and peroxide. White vinegar. White vinegar. You need that. You need bandages, first aid kit to store away, gauze, maybe Bengay, Vaseline, or petroleum jelly, flashlights, of course with the batteries, tuna fish in a can. Canned food, food storage for the season. You got to find out what season you have the most problems, the most situation you'll be in, and you have to find a way to compensate. You have to find a way to store things away for that month before that month comes. You don't wait for the emergency to happen. Emergency always comes at certain times. What month of the year do you have more problems with rodents, with insects? You need to buy repellent for mosquitoes. You need to buy the damp season when it rains a lot for the mosquitoes. When do you have problem with bugs or bed bugs? Where do you have problems with anything? How about headaches? When do you get sick? A lot. When you get what time of the year do you get allergies? Well, before the season comes, the allergy season, prepare yourself with over-the-counter medication or prescription from your doctor. What about headaches? You need to buy aspirins. When do you get the most headaches? What season? Sinuses. I used to use Motrin for my sinus headaches, and it does a wonderful job of my headaches, especially frontal and maxillary headaches. I'm stocking up on Aleve. Aleve is good for back pains and for arthritis. I've been getting arthritis, a lot of arthritis on my fingers. I've been getting a lot of arthritis on my arm, on my knees, on my big toe, during very hot seasons when the humidity is high, or when the weather is damp in the fall or in the winter. I get Aleve, Bengay. On top, you need that when your joints hurt you. You never know. Aleve will help you a lot, but also Bengay will help you a lot for your muscles, muscle pain. You need a topical ointment for bacteria infection, for cuts, and that will be like Neosporin. I have a storage of that. You never know when you cut yourself. You never know when. Oh, and also, because I'm a type 2 diabetic, I get a storage of ointment for dry skin, because being a type 2 diabetic, you get very much dry skin. So I get gold bond for dry skin, because dry skin also causes scratch marks to appear in your skin, very dry ones. And so I get the Neosporin and I put it on my skin, my dry skin around the scratch mark, or I get a cotton ball and I dip it in hydrogen peroxide. If you have a storage of hydrogen peroxide, when my skin's very dry, and I try to cleanse I try to cleanse the scratch mark. Then I dry it up some, and then I put the golden bond around the skin. That's for the dry skin. If you're a type 2 diabetic, you're going to need a lot of type 2 diabetic products and stuff like that to store it away. See, I'm a prepper, but I am not a doomsday prepper, because I'm a situation prepper. I come to situations. Food storage. How about you have pets? You have animals? Before you store away products for your animals, food storage for your animals, you gotta be careful. Sometimes you buy lots of food for your animals in a can, and you know what happens? The news comes on, and you find out that some of the animals' food has been contaminated, or has a bacteria in it. So all the food you bought for your animals is no good. So before you buy store away food for your animals, you really shouldn't do much of that. Only buy a little bit at a time for your animals to store the food away, because you never know when there's a storage problem. I like to store away coffee. I like to store away tea, hot tea, green tea, black tea, jasmine tea, ginkgo biloba tea. All these teas you can get. You can store it for the winter, for the fall. For the summer, it would be iced tea, green tea, black tea, stuff like that. For the storage, store away crackers. If you have kids in the house, store away cereal. But you have to be careful with cereal if you're diabetic, because it will rise your sugar. If you're a diabetic, a type 2 diabetic like I am, you have to have a different kind of storage system. But I also have family that are not diabetic. I have family members who are not diabetic, so I had to store away food for them, cereal, juices for them, not for myself, stuff like that. So you should have a food storage for situations that may come. Get a piece of paper and pencil or pen and write down when the things happen in your family. 1 month do you get rodents. 1 month do you have to pay high bills. Sometimes you need food storage so you can pay your high bills. Maybe you want, maybe you can afford to pay high bills, like utility bills, because you have to buy food. But what if you stored away food? Now you'll be able to save money for your utility bills, because you stored away food. You gotta know when your bills get high, and then you store away your food before that. That makes sense to you? Whenever you have high bills to pay, find out when your gas bill is in, your electric bill is gonna be high, whatever, your gas bill, whatever, your water bill, and store food away before that. Store things away so you'll be prepared to save money to pay your utility bills. Have a little jar put away with coins. When you have change from the store, let's say you make $1 and you have some money left, some coins left. Get a jar and put that away for your storage. Open a bank account on the side besides your main account. Have a small account in the side to pay your utilities and your food storage for your food. There's lots of things you can do. Me, that's what I'm doing. I'm writing down a piece of paper when we have the most problems throughout the year, or the most emergencies, and before that happens, prepare myself with that. You have remote control for your TV, for your game system. So, or joysticks require batteries. So you're going to stack up on batteries before it happens. I always get batteries for my clocks, for my radios, for my remote control, for my smoke detector, way before the emergency occurs. Okay, especially when there's a power outage, you have your clocks that run by battery. You can't rely on your phone all the time, but your cell phone also may have a battery recharger for your phone. You know, something kind of charging that you plug in the phone, you plug into the wall, and you charge these battery packs. And then, if your phone gets dead, you have these rechargeable battery packs. What else you may have? You got a lot of things you can buy. Lots of things you can do. Lots of things. I'm just telling you that it's good to plan your storing. Store anything you want before the emergency occurs. I'm making videos. If you go to my Wise Out 2 site, maybe you want to subscribe to my Wise Out 2 site for free. You'll get all my videos that you see all my videos doing with storage and how to buy things and and quality, good quality of items versus price. The price you pay for the items you're going to buy. What's more important, good quality or good pricing, cheap pricing? It's very hard. You have to juggle between quality and pricing. That's what I do in my videos. So go to my Wise Out 2, okay? Now, this is the Wise Out 2. If you like my video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my Wise Out 2 site or channel, which is free. Share this with your friends so they can be prepared for any emergency. Or leave a comment. But give it a thumbs up, because the more you give it a thumbs up and the more you subscribe, the more thumbs up, the more people will find me easier. My videos will come easier on the search engine. Okay? Flea market's okay if you're going to buy lanterns and stuff like that. But flea market's not all that good to buy things. Okay? You got to be careful what you buy. All right? You have to buy matches. You have to buy candles. You have to watch out for candles don't cause fire. You should have your fire extinguisher checked to make sure that they're charged or filled up. That makes sense to you? Your fire extinguisher. Always make sure you check your extinguisher. Always have enough light bulbs in storage. Light bulbs when your lights goes out during the storm. You have no electricity, but you may have special battery operated lights. You know what I'm saying? Also, let's say that your electricity doesn't go out, but let's say you're on the budget and you have to pay your utility bills, and you can't afford to spend all that money on lights. Well, before you have a budget, before your budget gets severe, buy light bulbs, buy cleansers. Cleansers are very expensive. Mops, brooms. Oh, have you bought floor cleaner lately? Very expensive floor cleaner. So get a stock of it in your less busy months. Get a stock of it. Buy soap. Because if you have kids, they have to go to school. Toothbrush, toothpaste, okay? Well, this is Wise Out 2 coming at you from Philadelphia. From the city where I live is Philadelphia, where there's a lot of high prices for everything. Okay, well, this is the Wise Out coming at you. Over and out. Have a good day.